Hi, I'm Joe Paiva, and I am with the team from the University of Akron who are here in Washington, D.C. to participate in the 2024 student competition. They are also the winners of the four-year program competition. Congratulations. And let me just start by saying, is somebody here been appointed, elected, or just fought their way to the top to be leader of this team?
That'd be me. I'm the team captain, Seth Boyd.
And how did you get to be there?
Well, I attended the competition last year, and I was kind of appointed captain by one of our professors.
So just a show of hands, how many of you were here last year? Okay. Good. So some newbies and some old-timers. So when you guys started to prepare for this competition, when did that happen?
About the first of the year, spring semester, we started practicing and gathering as a team, and we put a lot of work in. So I'm glad it worked out for us, and we're just thankful our professors helped us out so much and pushed us.
So did you have like a weekly schedule or a monthly schedule, and what kinds of things did you do?
For about 3 months, we practiced twice a week. We try to do every Friday, get together. Not always we could all be together, but we tried our hardest and we did things on our own and gathered on our own. So, yeah.
So from having observed the competition, I can see that there was a significant computation phase that had to be accomplished. How did you practice that, and did all of you practice in that part?
Yeah, I mean, we all at least knew the basics, but we had two specific people who mastered the math portion, and we all kind of gathered around them and helped them with computations or whatever other numbers they needed read to them or numbers crunched while we were in the act.
Now, these instrumentation that you used, surveyors probably for the most part stopped using them before you were born, and some of that stuff before your parents were born. So how did you get your hands on them, and how did you learn to use them effectively?
Our professor, Miss Besh, actually knows a lot of people who have that equipment that I assume it was donated to us. We also brought, in particular, the Dumpy level to our PLSO, our State Society conference, and did a lot of asking there about just some tips on using it.
That's a very creative way to get help from the greater surveying community. Congratulate you for that. So when you got to the site for the measurement parts of the competition, was it already decided who was going to be doing what, and how did you arrive at that if you did do that?
Yeah, so since the first week we've been practicing, we pretty much have our roles appointed to us and like given to us. So yeah, we pretty much knew before the competition.
So when the clock started, you kind of went into your surveying activities as you had rehearsed them, and so you didn't have to stand around saying, "Oh, who's going to do what?" kind of thing. Very good, very good. So when you finished up this competition, and of course the scavenger hunt was part of it, what did you figure your chances were?
We felt the first day we had the scavenger hunt, and we felt very confident on that. We found approximately 50 odd monuments throughout the Washington, D.C. area. The second day, the exercise with the T2s, we had to do a bearing intersect. That went very, very well. Me, along with Ashton behind me, we were in charge of the computations. They came out to be dead on, pretty perfect. The traverse with the chain, it could have gone better, but we had pretty accurate leg distances for the traverse. It went well. And then the dumpy level loop went phenomenal. We were only off 25 thousandths, so we did pretty good all in all.
25 thousandths. Okay. Amazing. So what I'd like to end with was there's a lot of things that you experienced on this trip. You know, the traveling here, the staying in Washington, the working on the mall, the scavenger hunt where you're experiencing parts of DC that probably a lot of tourists don't even see, meeting students from 24 other programs, a bunch of young surveyors who are, I think anyway, pretty amazing proctors. So of all of those things, I'm going to ask each of you, what is the memory that stood out to you that was most meaningful that you're going to take back?
So I think probably the scavenger hunt the first day was we walked 15 miles, so that was pretty crazy. That's something I'm going to remember forever.
The Sunday we went to Mount Vernon as a team. That was really neat because, after all, George Washington was a surveyor as well, and to see where he lived was pretty fascinating.
For me, it's got to be probably Tuesday morning when we were running the computations after we turned the angles with the T2s, and we'd spent months working on those, and Seth and I's numbers lined up. It just felt like months of work had paid off.
For me, we got to see the mini Washington Monument under the manhole, which was very cool. I don't think that's an experience many people get, and I don't know if I'll ever get it again, so that was very interesting.
For me, it was pretty personal. I was in charge of preparing the field book, and I had prepared a hand-stitched field book, and not very many surveyors get to sketch up the Washington Monument. I don't believe there's very many people that get to do that, and I was honored to do that.
I got to run the T2, and I thought it was really cool just being on the National Mall there and getting to sight the tip of the Washington Monument, because I'm sure there's not a very big group of people that have been able to do that. So I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, you guys have a lot to be proud of. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and your time with us. I want to wish you all the best on your future career in surveying or whatever part of the geospatial industry you might belong in. And finally, safe travels home.
Thank you.